Gotta show your love, man. Dr. Umar Johnson. What's up, man? How you feel, bro?
Black man, glad to be back in Cleveland. Shout out to the whole Ohio area.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing everybody tonight. African American Museum, come on out. Doors at 5, program at 7.
Yeah.
All the babies and elders are free, so come on through.
So come on through. Tickets only $22, $25 at the door. So definitely come on out and represent. Let me give y'all the telephone number too, 216-721-6555. All right, you can email them to my African American. Hold on, I can't even see it. Hold on, my African Museum at yahoo.com. All right, what's up, Dr. George Frazier? What's going on, man? Good to see you, my man.
Good to be back.
You had a lot to talk about tonight too.
Yes, sir.
A lot to talk about tonight.
Yes, sir.
Talking about education
and economics.
We was actually talking about that off air.
Okay.
You know, can we mention?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, the schools. You're getting ready to open up schools.
Yes, sir. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the first of many within a franchise to re-educate black boys on a foundation of Pan-Africanism and international economics. Do for self.
Yeah.
Make your own paycheck. Don't be looking for a job, because as you know, college is crippling black folks. Mm-hmm. In fact, college education financing is the #1 cause of new debt for African Americans.
Wow. So what is it like? With some schools like $30,000 a year?
Yes, and up.
Yeah.
Even community colleges and state-owned 4-year colleges are becoming more and more expensive. And the question is, are you getting your money's worth off of your investment?
Yeah.
If you send your son or daughter to college, $150,000 education, at least $100K, after they get that degree, will they be able to find a job that affords them the ability to pay back the loan and live?
You're going against the American dream, what we've been teaching our kids.
And that's the problem. We need to change some of the narratives that we've been selling each other and selling our babies, because college is no longer a guarantee for success. Yeah. College is more likely to put you in debt than anything else. Yeah. And then after you get the bachelor's, you got to go back for the master's, and then they tell you you're underqualified, and then you end up with a doctorate. Now you overqualified. We have more unemployed black people with master's and doctorate degrees in America today than at any time in our history.
Now break that down. I'm just gonna throw a little common sense in here.
Sure.
Let's just say, right, and I'm not knocking anyone going to school.
Right.
You got to go to
Not
school.
at all.
But if everyone was to get the bachelor's degree,
right,
and like you mentioned, the number, but what about the jobs available for those degrees? You don't go in if you got the $100,000 debt, right? A lot of people don't go in with that degree with $100,000, and so if you do the math in my head, I think I should be coming in at $300,000. To wash away
the debt and still have money to live off,
because that's what was required for me to get the job.
Exactly. Colleges are businesses, and although the product that they produce is not economically beneficial for black folks, they're going to keep on producing. I mean, look at all the people who eat off of your tuition. The banks eat off of you. The colleges eat off of you. Everyone eats off of your tuition except you. You'll be the one left paying it, but everyone else didn't make money off of it except you. And then we have to look at the degrees that our young people are pursuing. A lot of the programs that they're pushing black youth into are financially useless. So for example, a general liberal arts degree, a degree in history, not coupled with an education certificate, a degree in community organizing. Like the average college offers about 150 degree programs. Only about 30 are economically relevant. The medicine, the social work, the education, the engineering, all that other stuff. If you got to ask yourself, what does this degree mean? 9 times out of 10 is economically useless. If my daughter tells me she wants to study art history, she can study that at the public library. I'm not paying $50,000 a year for you to study art history. Why not? Because I know there's no job or business you can create to get the money back off of the tuition. I will get no return on my tuition. So we have to make sure our children aren't being railroaded into useless degrees. That's what's going on. Your son said he wanted to be a doctor. He wanted to go into pre-med. He got a phone call from his academic advisor at the University of We Don't Like Black Youth, and they told him, guess what? We already have too many in the pre-med program. He said, well, pre-law. We got too many pre-law. He said engineering. We ain't got no spots left in science. but we do got spots left to be a gym teacher. We do got some spots left to do this. So what happens is you end up pursuing a degree that you wasn't even interested in because they told you didn't have the scores or they didn't have the space for it. And the parent don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Just proud and happy that you
got a degree.
You got to have the degree. I'm at the graduation.
A PhD in grasshopper reproduction on the planet Pluto. Honors, magna cum laude, no job.
Yeah.
See, we send our children to college, they send theirs the real estate school. We send our children to college, they send theirs the stock investment school. We send our kids to college, theirs become apprentices to the Fortune 500 companies. We send our kids to college, they send theirs to be carpenters, plumbers, electricians, welders. And then when we look around Cleveland, all the new building projects going up.
They're building everywhere.
They building, and you don't see hardly any black labor on the project. Because we sent all our kids to college and sent none of them to trade school. But guess what? Trade school only 2 years. You're not going to fall into debt in trade school. It's a 2-year program. Now, you're a licensed plumber, licensed carpenter, licensed electrician, licensed welder. You might even be licensed in 3 or 4 different trades. You can go buy you a dollar house and turn that dollar house.
Flip that
dollar house. Yeah. And now you're making more money than the surgeon and the attorney and the judge off of a 2-year associate's trade school certificate. That's the way we should be going.
Doc, we got a whole lot to talk about, man. Meek Mill. Let's talk about Meek. Meek Mill.
My fellow 18th Street, North Philadelphia brother. Grew up with my little brother right across the street. He lived in a pink house. I remember him playing video games every day. I'm proud that he's out. And I'm glad that him and Jay-Z are working together on a documentary on the criminal justice system. But I do want Meek to be careful. Because I'm seeing him being encircled by all these rich white billionaires. So naturally, the question comes to my mind. Are they keeping you from engaging with the brothers and sisters on the street, given your fame and status, whereby you could trigger a criminal justice reform revolution amongst black youth? When I see Robert Kraft and I see all the sixers around him, it looks like he's being incubated to some degree, from being able to connect with the grassroots folks to really make a serious push for criminal justice reform. Because Robert Kraft is Boston, the Patriots. Well, have you seen some of the incarceration statistics for black men in the state of Massachusetts? So why hasn't Robert Kraft spoken out against that? But now you want to stand up for Meek Mill, but you don't want to stand up against systematic injustice. And that's where we as black people have to really fine-tune our critical thinking skills. Because when you see a rich person come to the aid of a single black man, but do nothing about the systemic criminal justice abuse against millions of black men, then you know there's some sort of political agenda with that one black man they trying to save. See, they let Meek out just so they could crucify Bill Cosby 2 days later.
Did I say that? Have I not been saying it on this show?
Meek Mill was let out of jail on the day he was to distract from the fact that they knew that they were going to be lynching Cosby 48 hours later, and they both from North Philly. All 3 of us are from North Philly.
So what is your take on that? What is your take on Bill?
I think Bill Cosby was lynched because he wanted to make a serious bid for NBC, ABC. That's why they got Bill. First time he tried to get it, next thing you know, his son ends up dead on the side of the road, changing a flat tire. His daughter died just before the verdict of the case as well. So this is deeper than just sexual harassment. And as far as these women go, let's be honest, and I don't trivialize harassment against women because it's a big issue, especially with black women. They suffer more than others. And oftentimes the alleged perpetrator is rarely reprimanded when black women are concerned. So I don't trivialize it, but there's no way 60 white women get sexually harassed by the #1 television star, black male.
And during that time,
50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Now, you're a white woman. That means you benefit from what? White privilege. He's a black man. No matter how famous he is, he suffers from white racism. You had a chance to destroy him in his prime. In his prime. You said nothing and waited decades, and then all of a sudden you guys coordinate this all at once. Not to mention that the DA threw the case out before, but then the current DA that convicted Bill Cosby, he ran for office under the pledge of putting him behind bars.
He said,
and the lead plaintiff, Andrea Constrand, she helped him get elected. So this whole thing was an inside quid pro quo job, but don't get it twisted. This wasn't just about what's going on in Norristown, Pennsylvania. This had a lot more to do with the American power structure and keeping him out of it. See, as black people, we're not allowed to participate in certain industries. Okay, remember Bob Johnson, when he sold BET to Viacom, he sold BET why? He wanted to get into the airline business. He looked at the amount of money black people were spending on travel. And he said, forget TV. I want some airplanes. I'm going to start me a travel business.
Yeah.
White power said, no, sir. We don't let blacks into that. But what you can do is go bounce this basketball. And they gave him the Charlotte Bobcats. You see? Look what they did to Oprah Winfrey. Sure, when she leaves the major, she start her own network.
Yeah.
She was hemorrhaging millions of dollars a day.
Yeah.
She went and got Tyler Perry to try to help her save her platform. Because there's certain industries they're not going to tolerate black folks in. We can get in them if we're organized, but it's going to be a hell of a fight. That's why you only got one owner of an NBA team, and one black owner. You got maybe two black owners of the NFL team. Certain industries, they do not let black folks in. You got to be white to play.
What is needed in order to break that cycle?
Well, number one, I think one of the reasons why it's so easy to lynch a Bill Cosby is because the black bourgeoisie has so far distanced themselves from the everyday brothers and sisters on the street that we can't serve as their power base.
Do you feel that Bill had once got a little bit too bougie when he was when he was coming down? You remember Bill was coming down, bro.
Yes, he was telling us to clean up the neighborhood and stop getting pregnant and get married and stop blaming white folks. Bill Cosby committed a cardinal mistake that a lot of famous blacks have committed. OJ committed it. A lot of famous blacks have committed it, and that is thinking that you've gotten to a point where you've gotten accepted. I'll give you another one of my North Philadelphia brothers, Kevin Hart.
Kevin,
if you remember at the Super Bowl, he tried to go up on the stage with the Eagles at the end. Now, this is the #1 comedian in America, not black, but period. They would not let him on the stage. Now, had he been a white comedian, he would have got up on that stage. Kevin Hart failed to recognize, my brother, first of all, you're black and you're too dark. You're not getting up there with the Philadelphia Eagles. You see, that was an episode in Kevin Hart's own consciousness where he forgot. He thought the fame transcended race. Fame does not transcend race. OJ had to learn that. Cosby had to learn that. Kevin Hart learned it, in a not so painful way at the Super Bowl. He was clowned by all the other celebrities for forgetting the fact that fame does not transcend race. You still are in the reality.
Man, I'm throwing topics. We can go back and forth.
Sure.
I got to hit you right now. We talking Kanye.
Kanye West.
Kanye says says that slavery was a choice.
Obviously, the brother's not well read.
so he's hanging. He's supposed to be getting up with your boy with Trump.
Yeah. After he said George Bush didn't like white people, didn't like black people 16 years ago, 16 years later, now you pro-Trump. If you didn't like Bush, how in the hell can you like Trump? But let's be honest, put it in context. I think Kanye West is going through a nervous breakdown. I think Kanye West is dealing with major depressive disorder. I think Kanye West is dealing with post-traumatic stress related to the loss of his mother that I don't think he ever effectively and adequately grieved. And I think the brother is suffering from loneliness because at that level of fame, who can he really go to and talk? Okay, Kim Kardashian can't understand him. She's not black. You understand? She can't really relate to him. She only married you for who you were, not what you were. So I think the brother is in a position where he really needs somebody to turn to, and he don't have him. His relationship with Jay is obviously strained. It's depression. I think all of that is depression.
Now, I feel, being close to the story I was sharing with folk,
gotcha,
back when Kanye, even before college dropout, it was said that if he was not on those meds, it'd be a problem. But yet everyone was pushing him because they knew how talented he was in order to get there. Okay. Now you're there. You know what I mean? They're not making sure you have what you need or to get you the help that you need as you continue to climb the ladder as long as they're eating.
Right. I agree with that.
That happens, man. And I was like, well, if y'all know this, what are y'all doing about it?
Nothing. But see, at the same time, I don't want any black person dependent on medication to be able to function because those meds erode your brain's function over time. They kill brain cells, stunt your growth, cancer. For a man, they can affect your ability to produce healthy semen. You won't be able to impregnate a woman. They can mess with heart, kidney, liver function, psychotic disorder. In fact, this craziness that we see, I know for a fact part of that is the side effect of his opioid addiction. You see, so Kanye needs a conversation. Now, that's not to say he's not cooning, because he's without question cooning. But see, I also think that we as a black people need to stop letting our celebrities and entertainers be our spokespersons. We're the only race in America whose #1 people giving opinions on what we need to do are people who don't live with us, married to white women, and have no stock invested in the best interests of black folk. I was talking about the Childish Gambino video earlier. And I said the brother did a good job with the video, but he goes home to a white woman. So at the end of the day, he's not totally committed to the best interests of black folks because he'd be going home to a black woman, not a white woman. We still have this thing where we think we can struggle black in the daytime and sleep white at night. That is a contradiction.
So, okay, what is your take on this royal wedding?
What's that?
Yeah.
What's the royal wedding?
Yeah. Come on, you heard about it.
Nah.
I'm not watching it.
What's the royal wedding?
Come on, Megan. Yeah. I love
Megan who? Megan Good?
Yeah.
Is that what you talking about? Megan Good?
I love this. Yeah.
What's up?
Come on, Doc. What is your take on the black woman marrying, what's his name? Prince what? What's his name?
Harry.
Who?
Harry.
Oh,
Prince Harry. You know.
Well, first of all, Prince Harry isn't next in line to accede the throne. That's number one. Because if he was, he'll end up like Princess Diana going through the bridge. Okay, they're not mixing that bloodline. So either he's not ever going to be considered to be king, or he won't live to be king. It's only one of you. You're not mixing that Anglo-Saxon bloodline with no black woman. You can forget that.
They're not going to do it.
But he's not next in line anyway. You follow me? So he can play for a little bit because he'll probably never be king.
Wow.
Why do you think they killed Diana? The royal family had Diana killed. She was going to mix that line with an Arab? No, sir. You ain't going to mix no Anglo-Saxon royalty with Arab blood? There wasn't no accident going through that tunnel, brother. She got took out. JFK style.
Popsarati.
The thing is, she should have been smart enough to know that it's certain things you don't do. You next in line to be the queen, and you gonna mix the bloodline.
And we did. You had a list of rules. Key, you had a list of rules, and this is crazy. Earlier, we'll read them coming up on the show that they have to do. And I was like, what? Yeah. So I got again. I would because I know we on time. I got to hit all these. Let's talk about hashtag mute R. Kelly.
Okay, I just heard about that.
Okay, right. So you know the big names, Ava DuVernay behind that.
Yeah.
Kerry Washington behind that. Who's the other name? Another big name, Black Power. Sandra from. Come on now, you can talk.
That's the one.
Come on, you know Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Okay.
Her. Sandra Rhimes. That's it. So what is
Feminist? Okay.
What is your take on this?
We have reached a stage in the LBGT agenda within the African American community that now feminism is attacking heterosexual black male alphahood. And so now, if you are a strong heterosexual black male who does not bend and cave in to the dictates of the feminist movement, you are at risk for having your life destroyed under false, pretentious allegations. Now, if R. Kelly is guilty, something needs to be done about that, obviously, especially with the underage girls. But we have gotten into a situation now, post-Cosby, where the allegation, not proof, but the allegation is now sufficient enough to publicly lynch you, where now cases are being tried in the media and simply rubber stamped in court versus being tried in court and rubber stamped in the media. The allegation now for a black man is enough for them to destroy you. So what you are watching is the final stages of the destruction of a positive image of a strong alpha black man. The only safe black men now are the gay black men.
Are the gay black men. Yeah. In his own words, Doc is hitting on some stuff today.
It's the reality.
Why do you say that? Why do you say the gay
Well, let's
black
keep in
man?
mind.
Yeah.
America, even before the LBGT campaign and the feminist movement, America, who is America's domestic terrorist number one? The unapologetically African, unafraid alpha male. America has hated the black man more than any terrorist, more than bin Laden, Al Qaeda, you name it. We have always been portrayed as the enemy. And so now with the feminist movement, you now have a situation where they can now, treat black men as the enemy, even when you do nothing wrong, just by these false allegations that are taking place. And too many black women are being sucked into this feminist fight against black men, failing to recognize that we have the same common enemy, and that's racism, structural inequality, structural bias, structural injustice, structural racism. The black man and black woman should be fighting together against the white power structure. We should not be letting them come in and divide us against each other. Now you got black women attacking black men saying, if y'all want to attack me, I'm going to attack you. That's why I'm not going to marry no black woman. I'm going to go get me a white woman. I don't care what Dr. Umar say, because these sisters don't know how to respect us, and our children are watching us literally bite each other necks off. So what does the black family look like 10 years from now if they keep on saying black women treat black men as the enemy and black men treat black women as the enemy? We are not the enemy. White supremacy is the enemy.
So if going back to Kels, did you see this video that came out like 20 years ago when he was
with
first,
the girl? I never saw it.
Okay.
I wanted to see it.
Okay.
So I could make my own decision as to whether I thought that was him, but I never saw it.
Yeah. So he beat that case. A lot of people saw it. They know. Okay. But yet they still supported then.
Supported
him.
Okay.
They kept on.
Okay.
They kept on. Now all of a sudden no Pandora.
Oh, they already cut him.
He's done off of Pandora.
I didn't know that.
Spotify. Now they want Nelly. They coming for Nelly now.
For the rape allegation.
Yeah, to take him off. No music play.
And they tried to get Kobe Bryant to get the Oscar he
back.
won.
They want to take that back.
But look at this now.
Yeah.
These are cases where men have either been vindicated or found not guilty, and they still want them crucified. But let's take these same white women and coonish black women who support them, who are trying to destroy these heterosexual black men. Why aren't they trying to destroy the police who killed Michael Brown? What about the one who murdered Tamir Rice right here in Cleveland? What about the ones who choked out Sandra Bland? Okay, or Philando Castile, or Alton Sterling. Yeah. You understand? Walter Gray, Freddie Gray, Walter Scott. If you are willing to destroy a black man who took no one's life, why are you not as energetic and motivated to destroy these white police who murdered black men? Look at the double standard.
In his own words today on the show. You got folks charged up right now. They're on Facebook, pumped up, charged up. Tonight. You gonna have any energy for tonight, Dr. Umar?
Oh, you know it.
You sure?
I'm a descendant of preachers. I'm a descendant of preachers, my brother. I'm a descendant of preachers.
All right, man. Y'all get down here to the African American Museum of Cleveland. That's tonight, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Doors at 5.
And Doc flew his own self in.
Yes, indeed.
Paid his own way here.
Yes. This is a fundraiser for the museum.
Yeah. In that order. Doc, thank you so much
for being on the show. Yes, sir. One love.